Assalamu alaikum my dear students. Hope you are fine and doing well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Homeschool. I am Nasima Akhtar, Assistant Teacher of Science, National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift. Dear students, today I am going to take a science class for class 7 students. Dear students, our today's topic is chapter 4 and the name of this chapter is respiration. Today we will read lesson 1 to lesson 3. Let's see today's topic from here. Our today's topic is chapter 4. Today we will read lesson 1 to 3 and this is lecture number 10 and today's HW number is 9 number HW. And this is your science book and your chapter is here. This is page number 35, this chapter. So dear students, let's begin the class. Here is chapter 4, respiration, and this is lesson 1, respiratory process. Energy is necessary for performing different physiological activities of living organism. This energy is produced by the process of respiration. Oxygen is used to burn the cellular food in the body of the organism. As a result, energy and carbon dioxide is produced. So, respiration is a physiochemical process where food is oxidized in presence or absence of oxygen and potential energy stored in cellular food is converted and released as kinetic energy, and optical energy stored in cellular food is converted and released as kinetic energy and heat energy, and consequently carbon dioxide is produced. Respiration is a metabolic process. Respiration is a metabolic process. In this process, every organism takes oxygen from atmosphere and release carbon dioxide. Few lower plants and animals complete respiratory process without oxygen. In every case, carbon dioxide is released. Respiration is a continuous process that occurs day and night in every living cell of plants and animals. Now next page, here is 36 number page, lesson 2, respiration in living world. Respiration is an intracellular metabolic process. This process in living cells of plant and animals is alive, but the process of taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide vary in different organisms. In plant body, this exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide during respiration is comparatively simple. Plants do not have any definite respiratory organ. Oxygen enter inside plant body through stomata, lenticule and intercellular space. Stomata, we can find stomata in plant leafy part and lenticule in plant stem, and also intercellular spaces. Submerged plant take oxygen through entire body surface. Submerged plant, that means aquatic plants submerged in water, they take oxygen through entire body surface. Animals respire through different organs in various ways. In lower animals, respiration occurs mainly through skin and trachea. Higher animals have special respiratory organs for gaseous exchange. Such as fish and tadpoles perform these activities with the help of gills, and higher vertebrates with lungs. Now here is an experiment, proof of energy production in respiration. Production of energy, that means heat, can be provided by the following experiment. Production of energy, that means heat, can be proved by the following experiment. Material required for this experiment: 2 thermoflask. I have used here colored picture for your better understand. This one you need 2 thermoflasks like this. 2 thermoflasks. Need this for this experiment 2 thermometers like this, 2 thermometers. Some germination gram seed. Some germination gram seed. This one is germination gram seed, and water boiled gram seed, and 1 rubber cork with a hole. And water boiled gram seed and rubber cork with a hole. Now the experiment. Put germination gram seed in 1 flask and close it with rubber cork. Push 1 thermometer through the hole of the rubber cork in such a way that the mercury portion remain within the germination seeds. Like this flask, we will place this thermometer so that the mercury portion of this thermometer will remain in germination or this boiled seed. Similarly, fill up the other flask with water boiled gram seed, then place the other thermometer in the flask in similar process. Mercury level in every thermometer is marked and noted. When we place this thermometer on this in this flask, we will take their thermometer mercury level at first, and after that observation. After few hours, the mercury level is changed in thermometer placed in germinating gram seed. That means we have placed germination gram seed in flask B, and the mercury level will be changed in this flask. Because heat is released in this flask. But in other flasks, mercury level in thermometer remain unchanged because no heat was released. While in flask A, that means boiled gram seed, is their thermometer level is unchanged because no respiration occur in this flask. In this A number flask, that means here is dead gram seed, and in B flask here is germinating seeds. So they are living, they are alive, and for that respiration occur in this B number flask. For these reasons, in this flask heat is produced, and as a result thermometer level is increased in this B number flask. So this is the proof that energy, that means heat, can be produced by this respiration process. Now lesson 3, respiration in animals. We breathe with the help of nose. What are the gases we get in and release outside during breathing? Plants and animals take oxygen from the atmosphere and release carbon dioxide. This process continues throughout their life, but the process of taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide is different in plants and animals. Plants take oxygen through one type of pore in leaves called stomata. Gaseous exchange occurs through various different organs in lower and higher animals, such as gill. In fish, we know fish uses gills for their respiration, and lungs, etc. And the other higher animal use lung for their respiration. organs that take part in respiratory process are collectively called respiratory systems. Human respiratory system is composed of following organs. Here is the human respiratory system composed of following organs, like 1 number is nostril and nasal cavity, 2 number nasopharynx, 3 number larynx, 4 number trachea and 5 number bronchus, 6 number lungs, 7 numbers diaphragm respectively. So dear students, here is you have to maintain their sequence. At first it will come nostril and nasal cavity. Look at this picture, you can see first here is nostril and nasal cavity. Here is, look at this picture, this is nostril and this is nasal cavity, and after that nasopharynx, that means this place, pharynx. Look at this picture also, pharynx, and after that larynx, after that the organ name larynx. This part is called larynx. Look at this picture, here is the larynx, and after that trachea, trachea, this one is trachea, and after a trachea bronchus will arise from here, it will divided into 2 parts, and after that lungs, 2 lungs. Here if you can see this picture, look at this picture, 2 lungs, and diaphragm, and the curve shaped here is diaphragm. Okay, let's read these organs. 1 number nostril and nasal cavity. Nasal cavity is a triangular shaped cavity placed above the buccal cavity. Look at this nasal cavity, is quite triangular shape. It runs from nostril to pharynx. It runs from nostril to pharynx. Whole side it is nasal cavity. A thin membrane separates the two from one another. Its interior part is covered with hairs and the posterior part by a membrane. The process of taking air through nostril is called inhalation, and when air contains dust and germs, the air and the membrane obstruct them. 2 number organ name is nasopharynx. Nasopharynx is the last portion of nasal cavity. Where is the nasopharynx? You can see here is the nasopharynx, and this is the last portion of nasal cavity. Larynx, the air enters the trachea through nasopharynx. The air enters the trachea through nasopharynx, and after that 3 number organ here is larynx. It is situated at the junction of pharynx and trachea. Look at this picture again, it is situated between pharynx and trachea. Here is the larynx. Larynx has sound producing cord called vocal cord. Larynx has sound producing cord called vocal cord. On the larynx hole there is a leaf. It covers the larynx during the intake of food so that food cannot enter the larynx. It opens again during inhalation. Next organ name is trachea. Trachea. Starting from larynx up to bronchus is trachea. Through this trachea, air enters into lungs. Through this trachea, air enter into lungs. At first, air enter into this nostril and nasal cavity, and then go to pharynx, after that larynx, and then go to this trachea, and after that here is bronchus, and then last is lung. So this one is trachea. Now bronchus. The trachea divides into two bronchus from near the lungs and enter into the left and right lungs. They are called right and left bronchus. They are called right and left bronchus. After entering into the lungs, these bronchus again divided into innumerable branches. They are termed as bronchioles. They are termed as bronchioles. The structure of bronchus is like trachea, and this structure of bronchus is like trachea. Please look at this picture. This is the outer part of this trachea and bronchus. They are similar. So there we can see their structure is similar. Okay, now lung. 6 number organ name is lung. There are two lungs on two sides of the heart inside the chest cavity. It is soft like sponge. The right lung is a bit larger than the left one. Lungs are covered with two-fold membrane called pleura. Look at this picture. You can see this lung is covered by a membrane. This is called pleura. This is called pleura. In between pleural folds, some slimy substance are present, so it prevents friction with chest wall. Bronchus branches profusely on enter the lung. These small bronchioles enter into air cells or sacs. Each air sac is made of epithelial cell. These cells are surrounded by capillary vessel. Look at this picture. You can see this bronchus is divided into so many branches here, and these small bronchiolae enter into air cell or sac. You can see here is balloon like small air sac, and this air sac is made of epithelial cell. These cells are surrounded by capillary vessel. Capillary vessel are very small vessel. They just look like wave. They make look like wave, small vessel. When air enters into this cell, they swell up like balloon and then automatically shrinks. Walls of air sac and capillary vessel are so thin that air can pass through them easily. 7 number organ name is diaphragm. The muscular layer that separates abdominal cavity and chest cavity is diaphragm. Look at this picture. You can see here is diaphragm. So 7 number organ is diaphragm. The muscular layer that separates abdominal cavity and chest cavity is diaphragm. It looks like an open umbrella. You can see it looks like an open umbrella. This is diaphragm, curved shape. This one is diaphragm, and this diaphragm is muscular layer that separates abdominal cavity and chest cavity. When diaphragm shrinks, it goes down and the area of chest cavity increases. When it expands, it goes up and the chest cavity shrinks. Breathing function is done due to expansion and contraction of the diaphragm. So dear students, it was our today's topic. Now I will give you HW. Our today's HW number is 9 number HW. Dear students, just read these lessons carefully and try to make 5 MCQ from this topic. So this will be your HW. Your 9 number HW will be Make 5 MCQ from these lessons. Lesson 1 to 3 number lesson. So dear students, I hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practice it at home and do your SN SW in your SW copy. So dear students, stay home and we'll see you again in our next class.